magnetism, psychology, magnetism, that we found out when we talk to people, we can understand, you know, that there are some relationship, friendship, or that they are just our opposite. So if you just understand that, they are actually your friend. But other people that are really something different, they can be considered this. Like, what's the relationship between the last quarter and the full moon? They have a one component which is similar, but not the other. This is like Mercury. Mercury, it is the sign that is in the middle, with the horn on top and upside down. But these are the 4 week. 7 times 4 is 28. And I don't know what represent, but going back to Butler Yeats, this guy was on the Golden Dawn, and he created a system, Moon System. I have an image, this of the Taschen book, this I think he made this. But we are anchored on week. So our real calendar in this lunar calendar, moon calendar, not solar. We divide time in 7, and 7 come from moon. This is what I came out with. If you follow the sun, you will not understand why we are so obsessed with number 7. And if you don't understand or find an object outside you that will let you understand why we are so physical, like so precise, when we come to the matter of week and the number 7, it is important to know from where it's coming. It is from the moon. Every week will change completely the shape. It is black, 1 week later it is half, 1 week later it is full, and another week later it is half but upside down, and you will follow this. If you have this, you will have even something to look outside yourself when you are creating an agenda. You will not have this kind of mirror when you talk about sun. Jumping again from a topic to another, this is moon. Moon, it is in the night. Night, it is this. Night. Night, it is Cavaliere in Italian. It is this guy. The Knight, Templar Knight, Knight. And it is as well not. Not. This, we will tie this concept of not to the topic which we were talking at the beginning. I don't know if in this video or in the last video, when I show you this sign, which is a continuous moving, it is a knot. It is actually a cycle. And if you have this kind of dance, flux, dance, you will charge yourself. You are just in the flow. It is the way you create flow, like not allowing any disturbance in that sacred space. Only this way you will gain more focus, and energy. When it is in the hand of your demon, you will be drained. You will be without energy, because energy, your demon, we can call it like unconscious, something that you don't allow your mind to put your eyes and have some tool to cage it in a language. Because once you trap some unconscious thought in some sign, symbol, word, sound, and you repeat until you get more precise in the way of describing it, you will get like just your energy will be sucked from this unconscious thing. And this is not. Skipping from this topic to another, to writing, there are sigils, and astrology as well. It is a knot, it's a way of knot. Like if you write Costelle, Costellazioni, you will find this kind of knot. These are not actually not a line, but the concept is the same. Creating connection and grouping in a little knot. But this is, I don't know, arbitrary or not, coming from inspiration, I don't know what, but it is important. And there is this book. If you know this guy, Luigi Serafini, wrote this book, and this is very interesting the way he write. This guy is still alive. He lives in Rome and another town, I don't know, close to Rome. He has study laboratory in Rome, and I met this guy in a bar randomly. He have a shirt with the, what you call, cross stitch. He have like every day a shirt with just a sigil from his language, which is this. This is a line, just one line. And if you understand this line, you can even cross symbology system. I give you an example. If you have two different ways of ordering tarot, you will compare one to the other. Just there is this concept of grid. You think about transparent grid, you know? If you have to create correspondence, like why Aries is corresponds to fire, and so you have to overlap the symbology of the square to a symbology of the circle, for example. So you need something like this to create coincidence, you know, where you have your scheme and on the background of this grid another scheme, another sign. For example, you can use Kabbalah as a grid, and you just put Kabbalah on top of a man, and you will get this. You know, the head is on the, actually not this. For example, this. The head is on the crown, the solar plexus is on the sun, Tiferet, and so on. It is just the concept of grid, overlapping, not overlapping, like overlaying two things. And one must be on top and the other must be on the background. But you can change the order, put the man on top and see what you'll find. And it is important to have this. So if you put, for example, two different way of organizing, let's for example say these two tree of life. On the right, this guy who created the one on the right, this is an example. It will call this the number 1, this the number 2, this the number 3, even though they are actually, there is an objective and traditional way of thinking about. But you have two different guys, which for some reason they came out with a different order on Sephira. How can they talk? They have to start from either one or the other, and then trying to take trace of the other point of view. How you do it? You know, there is a legend as well of the labyrinth and Arianna. This is a myth of this. You know, it was, I think, a lady that she was scared to be lost in this labyrinth. What she did? Very interesting. Yes, she used this. This I will take a picture about it because it is so important to have it. You will just have this. You see the knot, the wire. So it is like she going on one tree of life, but keeping in her mind as well the other order, another way, the way to escape or at least to relate. If you have all these different way of comparing two different ideas, you will find that you can understand two languages because you are able to bridge and start from the point in which some idea it is the same on the two for example, 2 trioffs of life. Or for example, we are talking about the comparison between English and Italian, April, Easter, and we found out some bridge, you know. And therefore you will find, for example, so if you have this, you will just starting from the 1, then here you read 2, but actually the other guy did this tree of life in which the 2 wasn't there but was here. You just put a wire, and so you create your wiring. At the end of the thing you are able to watch one way or the other. Of course you can do the same thing here, but it's different because you will have another scheme, another sigil. Like when you watch these sigils, demon, for example, you will watch these, like this famous crazy thing. This is just something like that. And I read that actually it was coming from this. Because if you have this, these are the 22 letters, which I write today how you can, there is a correct way of a sequence to write, to divide this. You know, if you want to divide a cycle, this external cycle, it is of 12 parts. In the middle there are 7 parts, which can be related to planets, which are here. 6 plus the sun, 7. 12 signs, zodiacal sign, here are not put but are those, or you can use it as those. And these are in the Sefer Yezirat, was a book from a mental masturbator, or we can call it a occultist, or I don't know, you can call it even just some spirits or angel, I don't know. But he divided the Hebrew, the Jewish alphabet in 12, simple, 7 double and 3 mother letter, which if you put on the tree of life, the mother letter are the horizontal lines that connect the Sephira. So if you just want to spell your name, let's put normal Italian letter here or English letter. You are called Giovanni. You have G-E-R, O-E-R, V-E-R. You will get a line, a continuous line. That can be your sigil. But you can create your own way of cryptography. It is just a cryptography, because the more you are used to cryptography, the more your mind can detach itself from reality. And the risky thing is that you become crazy. I mean, or you create your own language, and you are so this eccentric original guy, which is not able or interested to going back. Many people are go on that way. It is just a common pattern you will find. So much waste, because they didn't know other people that were on the same crazy path, and they were actually they deserve piety. I don't know, because it is really sad to watch it. I know this path because I am on that thing, but I totally changed once I start to read good thing about astrology, and so I start to anchor myself, because I need some mirror. I created a whole world was inaccessible, and actually was not so creative. Like your creativity, unless you have some instrument to multiply it, even though you are a crazy talented guy, it will get